Okay, we're going to look at iMovie, and in my apps that you see here, the top four, it's all the way over on the right-hand side. It has the star and the movie camera on it. So when I click on iMovie, yours is going to pop up a little bit different than mine because I have a couple videos made already. The plus sign in the top left-hand corner, when I click on that, it's going to give me two options. I have a movie, which allows me to do anything I want with the movie. I can create and put an entire clip that's 15 minutes long in there, and 6 images, and put transitions in and be done. So that's an open-ended type thing, where trailer is more of it gives you a storyboard or a template, and you have to fill in certain information, and then it creates a Hollywood-like film. So I'm going to start first with the movie and just show you what that basically looks like. And it gives us a bunch of templates here that we can preview. So I have the modern, the bright, the playful, and I'm just running my finger through and moving, neon, travel, and then simple, news, and a CNN report. So for today, I'm going to do the travel. If I'm not sure and I want to preview what it would look like, I can hit the play button and I can see what. Okay, if I want that one in the top right-hand corner, I say create. And now it's giving me my camera options. Okay, so what I have down on the bottom is my play area, or where I like to put all my canvas. This is my book, and right now it says video, and if I wanted to put some images in, I could click images, and that would give me all my images, and then my audio has some trouble. Sound. So I have video here, and I'm going to go to my recently added video, and I'm going to kind of see what's there. Let's take this video here. It's 5 minutes and 24 seconds. I don't want the whole 5 minutes and 24 seconds. So you can see that there's yellow all around this. So I can trim this by simply dragging, and you can see my time for that video is now shrinking. Shrinking, 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 and now it's 1.5 minutes. It's 1 minute and 18 seconds. I can play it to see what it looks like, and over on the left-hand side it shows me what it looks like now. Yep, so that's what I want. So I can hit that down arrow, and I would add it to my timeline. I have 3 dots here as well, where I can do some picture-in-picture and some split screen and some other effects that we'll go over later on. So video. And this is part of my book. Got no cash, ain't got no style, ain't got no gal to make you smile. And what I can do is I can scroll through, and maybe now I want to add some images to this. So I go to my photos and I go to. Got no cash, ain't got no style. Now it puts it in order from oldest at the top to most recent at the bottom. And because that's Tony Vincent, I have that image of Tony Vincent. So that's an image, a still image there of Tony Vincent now. And I can go through and I can maybe put this one in here. Notice that one was in the cloud. It downloaded it, and now that's there. Okay, so it defaults it so that these are each 3 seconds long. In between my video, which is here, and my image, which is here, there's a transition. So these transitions, when I click on it, notice there's the arrow that go up and down. Underneath of it, I have none, theme, dissolve, slide, wipe, or fade. So I can click on right now, and I can see what it looks like now and preview it by pressing play. Okay, and you can see how that slid over. So let's let this next one roll, and we can see what that one does. Okay, so that I can change as well. I can go ahead and maybe I want to do the theme that goes with that one. So let's look. And remember, we picked travel for the theme. Okay, so that was that really cool effect, and kids really enjoy doing those types of things. So those are the transitions that I have. If I have video in here, and maybe I don't want all of this video, maybe I just want a little bit of the video, when I click on the actual video, the line scriber, there doesn't move, but my video does move. And maybe if I want to split some of this. So I don't want this section of the video maybe because it wasn't important. So what I can do is I split that, and notice now I have two clips. I have this clip here, and I have this clip over here. If I don't want this clip, I can click and hold it, and I'm going to drag it all the way up top where it says don't worry, and you're going to see a cloud kind of disappear. That's kind of sending it away and saying I don't want that anymore. So it takes and it merges the image and it merges everything else that's there. So I have that clip there. I also have some, let me click back on that again. I have the split. I can take the audio out, or I can duplicate it. I can change my speed and make it faster or slower, slow it down a little bit. I have my volume. Maybe I want to lower my volume a little bit there. I also have titles, so I can add a title in. So if I can add this title, I click the prism, and I have to click all the way up top here in my where it works. And I'm going to say Tony. Oops, I spelled Vincent wrong. So there I have my iMovie, and I can add titles in, and if I wanted to, I can add some filters in as well to make it a little bit dreamy if I wanted to, or a little bit blue. I don't really play with the filters all that much. So now what I can do is I can go all the way back to the beginning of my presentation, and I can play it and see what it looks like. Okay, so there's my title. There's the filter that I added. And notice that Tony Vincent is not disappearing, because that entire clip I added that title that goes with it. What I like to do is I like to use another app called Pages, which we'll look at later on, to create a title slide. I take a screenshot of that, and then I pull that over and make that my title. So to get rid of that title that says Tony Vincent, if I can click on it, and I go to titles, I have Tony Vincent here. I can click on it, and I can get that, click that X, and that will take the title away for me because it won't be there. So let's check it and see if it's there now. It's not there anymore. Okay, so I'm good to go. So I've added some video, I've added some photos. Now I have my audio. They give us theme music, and there's different types of theme music that they have there. They have sound effects. So maybe you're creating, and these are shorter sound effects, but you can listen to one of them. So obviously it's a okay, so you have sound effects there. You have playlists. So maybe you've created a playlist in your iTunes account. I have artists. So we'll stick with this one here. Don't worry, be happy. And I can go ahead, if I want to use that, I can click the down arrow, and it would add that to the clip. And notice there. Now, with that being said, maybe what you want to come up here and do is your volume, remember? You could change it and bring that all the way down so that you have Don't Worry, Be Happy all the way in the background. So end of the year slideshows, great for that. Making sure that you use copyright regulations and things with it. One more thing I want to show you is this here, and it's called the Ken Burns effect. And Ken Burns effect is the image starts one place, and then by the time it's done showing in that 3 seconds, it finishes somewhere else. So if you watch here, let's see where this image starts and where it finishes. That one just moves over a little bit, and that's just fine. So if you need to change part of that, you're going to do the Ken Burns enabled, or you can actually disable it so that it doesn't move at all, and you just want to focus in on that image. So that's often sometimes what happens there. When I'm done with my iMovie, I hit done, and now it's going to put that back in my theater, and it's